romantic comedies have been favored among middle school, high school, and college students due to its predictability and romance. Today, I'll be reviewing a new generation of romantic comedy. I'm Ella Dodona, and this is a review of To All the Boys I've Loved Before.
But if this wasn't what he wanted, then why did he come to the field of desire? It was fated that we should meet like this.
Hey! Are we hanging out or what?
I just want to finish this chapter.
The movie sets the scene with a sort of dream sequence where the main character, Laura Jean, played by Lana Condor, places herself into her romantic novel. This gives us insight into Laura Jean's dreamer mentality when it comes to relationships. The conflicts in this film revolve around Laura Jean's inability to commit to real relationships. These issues of trust stem from her family dynamic, which we are introduced to early in the film. Her father, played by John Corbett, is a widow with 3 daughters. Margot, played by Janelle Parrish, Laura Jean, and Kitty, played by Anna Cathcart. Margot is the motherly figure for the girls, being the oldest, but she's abandoning them when she leaves for college in Switzerland. Laura Jean is faced with real-life relationship struggles caused by none other than her younger sister, Kitty. Kitty sends out love letters written by Laura Jean to 5 of her childhood crushes. One being Margot's ex-boyfriend, Josh, played by Israel Brossard. Another letter is received by Peter Kavinsky, played by controversial actor Noah Centineo. Noah Centineo is known on the internet as a teen heartthrob who often stars in modern romantic comedies. Controversy surrounding him has involved video leaks of inappropriate behaviors and imagery. Regardless, I find his acting to be very cringeworthy and hard to get past. Lana Condor, who plays Laura Jean, is very good in her role of the awkward romantic who keeps to herself and is often described as invisible, whereas Noah plays this jock popular boy, Peter Kavinsky. He definitely performs the jock role well, but once romance begins to stir between him and Laura Jean, I cannot help but cringe. The plot of the film thickens when Laura Jean enters into a fake relationship with Peter to make ex-girlfriend Jen, played by Amelia Barnack, jealous.
We can never tell anyone that this relationship is fake, because it would be too humiliating for the both of us.
Duh. First rule of Fight Club.
Peter's goal is to win back Jen's heart, whereas Laura Jean gets her and her sister rides to school and successfully avoids Margot's ex-boyfriend Josh. As one may predict, the fake relationship begins to turn real when feelings between Laura Jean and Peter begin to stir, all while Jen creates conflicts. One conflict in particular being the stealing of Laura Jean's favorite scrunchie.
See?
Fine. You can't lose it, okay? That's my favorite scrunchie.
Yo. Give me your phone.
Why?
Would you trust me?
Another cringeworthy moment that makes older viewers feel as though that's a middle school conflict. However, younger viewers may find this to be very dramatic. The movie does, however, tie in some realistic household issues. When Laura Jean talks with Peter about the death of her mother, and Peter confides in Laura Jean about the abandonment he faced when his father left him. This part of the movie really captured my attention. For a brief moment, it felt more like a real scenario than a cheesy love story. And then, of course, I remember the classic gay best friend character Lucas, played by Trezzo Mahoro, who also received a letter from Laura Jean and has become a person for her to confide in regarding this secret fake relationship. The use of stigmas and stereotypes just brings the unrealistic predictability of the story back to view. Another classic sidekick character is Laura Jean's best friend and Jen's cousin, Chris, played by Madeline Arthur. Chris is a classic partner in crime, as she is the more outgoing and rebellious of the pair. All 3 of these characters attend the pinnacle moment in the movie, the annual ski trip. The annual ski trip is the most important trip of the year, according to Peter. Laura Jean must attend because no real couple would let one attend this trip without the other.
But you're coming with me on the ski trip.
Whoa. The Adler High ski trip was infamous for being the location where more students
lost their virginity than senior week and prom combined. I have never been, obviously.
On this trip comes the hot tub scene. Without giving too much away, all I can say is this is the main conflict and turning point in the movie.
All by yourself out here?
And its aftermath leads to scenes that are so very cringeworthy. In the end, I would give this movie a 6 out of 10. Childish predictability makes the movie less interesting and more of a waste of time. However, everyone loves a cheesy romantic comedy, and this one has a very diverse plotline, making the story have a need-to-know ending, regardless of the obvious outcome. The actors were a diverse mix of people and had good backstories, making them likable and relatable. My personal favorite is Kitty. She's young, and her wit and sarcasm, as well as her meddling in Laura Jean's life, is quite interesting and played very well by such a young actor. I would recommend this movie to a younger audience, and with the release of the sequel on Netflix, it may be a good series to binge with the current world's condition. Again, I'm Ella Dodona, and this has been a review of To All the Boys I've Loved Before.